Hello, hi, welcome to the channel. My name is vaughanwilkins. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vlog. I'm an eco-psychologist. My name is vaughanwilkins. I am a psychologist. My name is Vaughn, and I study humans' relationship and our relationship to nature and the living world, and animals, and our relationship to animals and their relationships to us. And I guess I'm really a trans-species psychologist, but you probably don't know what that is. So I build cool games about how to connect with yourself, with the world, with nature, with animals. Connection. What's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Vaughn. I'm a doctor of psychology and I study eco-psychology. What the fuck is that? It's based on the idea that humans are built of, by, and for the natural world. We evolved through this dance with the rest of the world to have these fingers, have this brain, have this body. Right? We're built to fit in like a puzzle piece to the rest of the world. And yet, most of how we live today is not interfacing at all. It's based on a real and imagined separation that we've created. The imagined separation is just the made up idea that humans aren't part of nature. And then the real one is all the shit that we've built based off of that made up idea. So I've studied this stuff for a bunch of years and worked with captive animals, worked with domestic dogs, worked with small children all the way up through high school to college, to teachers and the people teaching the teachers. And now I work with adults across the country. But you know who I haven't focused it on is me. So as much as I've been trained by other people, as much as I've loved all these practices and theories and have taught them and spent most of my life like working with them, I haven't actually applied it directly on me as a case study. So this channel is going to be me kind of coming back online, reconnecting with my senses, becoming fully human, kind of using applied eco-psychology to really enrich my life. And will be some cool practices, some cool ideas. Hopefully we'll have some ways to engage a bunch of people, get some games going, maybe do some travel. And I'm trying to balance kind of speaking as an authority because I know some shit, and also, I don't know, going through it, being transparent and real and relatable and not using super academic words. So it's kind of a pivot from, like, I've done this with a bunch of different groups, but I've never done it online as like a vlog or a blog or a podcast. I don't know what we're doing yet. So working with zoo animals, right? Working with captive animals, I learned that when you take things out of the natural ecosystem they were built to inhabit, that they evolved to participate with, and you put them in cages, right? Or maybe in our case, a figurative cage, right? A cultural cage, start to develop these symptoms, abnormal, repetitive, self-harming behaviors. These, amongst a bunch of other symptoms, collect together something called zoochosis. There's a way of mitigating some of that working with captive animals, and that's by giving them mimics or aspects or pieces of their ancestral ecology back to them. So we can kind of look around and start questioning how many of our symptoms are our personal issues and how many of them are part of this larger thing. Like how much of the things that we do with our day are abnormal, repetitive, self-harming behaviors, and how many of them are us mimicking or bringing back things that resemble our ancestral ecology to make us feel better. So I've been doing this kind of work with captive zoo animals. I worked with dogs for a bunch of years. I was a dog trainer and used the same theory. Then we started working with young kids that were getting like pushed out of classrooms because they were problem children, or I call them like identified patients, right? Like the people that they're the ones with the problem. I don't know. Often I think we're just, some of us are more sensitive to the bullshit and not willing to play along. So if that's you, you might be my people. So what I'm really doing is trying to rebuild my ecology, right? So when I say ecotherapy, that's what we're talking about. Ecos in Greek means home. Ecology is a network of relationships that make up home. We were built to have a healthy ecology, and there's only so long we can remain healthy without one. right? You can't be healthy in a sick system for long. So we're going to be rebuilding relationships here, rebuilding relationships to self, other, the world, bringing back aspects of our ancestral ecology, figuring out what works and what doesn't. It's a practice, right? We've got to build the muscle. And also, like, look at what are some of the larger and collective ways we can do that together as a community, as a society, and what are the implications for us living inside of a cultural cage in terms of us trying to make any sort of like real headway with climate change or any of the other social ills that we're dealing with. It's weaving all these different threads back together of how to bring someone back online, bring them back to themselves by bringing them home to the world, right? When we give our bodies and our senses back to the world, it gives us back ourselves as a part of the greater whole. Hoping that something in what I'm doing or saying here resonates and we can connect and go on some adventures together, really looking to build community, right? Humans are nature too, right? So connecting with nature is connecting with ourselves and also connecting with each other. I'm gonna have some friends and some collaborators and past people that I've done this work with over the years come and join me and have some adventures, have some discussions, figure some stuff out. Any sort of quest you want to go on, you want to have somebody who's kind of got your back and can kind of see the things you're not seeing. I'm hoping I can enroll my friend and amazing coach Scott Bowman to come on and pretty much go on this adventure with me. So fuck, let's do some real human shit. Yeah, so hope you come around and check out some of what we're doing. Is this how you do an intro on YouTube? Ahsoka. And we got the dog. She'll be here too. So stay tuned. We're going to evolve and figure out what we're doing as we go. And welcome to Vaughan's Eco Psychology.